of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah. Okay. The very first thing I'd like to do for this evening is read the following. Yes, okay. Police Department promotion, Douglas Hanson, Detective. Resolved, the Board of Trustees accepts the recommendation of Police Chief Guzman and approves the promotion of Police Officer Douglas Hanson to the position of Detective effective October 22, 2025. Is that correct?
Wait a second. Wait a minute.
Tomorrow?
I think it's from the.
Okay, November 4th, effective November 4th, 2025, as per the agreement between the Village of Monroe PD. The detective salary is $120,867. A necessary MSD 426B will be submitted to the Orange County Department of Human Resources. I need a motion to accept.
Berenger will make the motion.
Second.
Carl will second.
Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye. Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Congratulations. I'm going to ask.
Congratulations. Very good.
Chief, can we get a picture of ourselves? Yeah, it's good? Good. You can sit in the back.
I'll wipe that lens.
You good?
Yeah.
Still good?
Alright. Why is it not working? Alright, hold on. Telephone.
Something, as always.
Sorry, guys.
Almost the same quality now.
Yeah.
There it is. Must be on the timer. Alright, great.
Good.
Yeah,
Picture back at the chair. All the best. I used to have to wait on every single day.
And look it. But I have the paperwork right.
It's fine.
It's because we were sneaking it.
Yeah, we were trying.
We were trying.
Yeah, it's going right to work.
Congratulations. Wish you all the best.
Yeah, right to work.
Nice to meet you.
I'm sure we're
Thank
gonna be proud for you.
Yeah, I just want to position you. As a kid, you never know. So, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Have a good night. Bye,
Thank you very
darling.
much. Appreciate that.
Bye.
Okay, next order of business is a due process hearing. Unsafe building, 13 Lakes Road, SBL 212-2-2. Oh, yeah, I guess we could do that. Why not? Let's do roll call. Trustee Berenger?
Berenger's present.
Trustee Farrar?
Ferraro present.
Trustee Carl?
Carl present.
Trustee O'Connor?
O'Connor, present.
Mayor Dwyer here. Thank you. Okay.
We're gonna get around.
I did.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, the following due process hearing here this evening at November 3rd, 2025, 7 p.m., 7:04 p.m. exactly. Unsafe building, 13 Lakes Road, SBL 212-2-2. A due process hearing is being held this evening, Monday, November 3rd, 2025, at 7 p.m. in the boardroom of the Village Hall, 7 Stage Road, Monroe, New York. The hearing is to be held to review the violation issued by the Village of Monroe Code Enforcement Officer on the following property within the Village of Monroe, 13 Lakes Road, tax map 212-2-2. The board received a memorandum from Ronald Surzek, Code Enforcement Officer, dated October 30, 2025, regarding the violations issued to said property, and heard testimony from the CEO, spur check as to the unsafe conditions, specifically the storage of propane tanks from inside the building located on the property, which in the CEO's expert opinion constitute an imminent danger, among other hazards. So first order of business is to open this due process hearing. Can I get a motion?
Berenger will make the motion.
Second?
O'Connor will second.
Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I. Carl, I.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. So, Ron, if you come on up to the podium, if you would, and just exemplify and solidify your concerns and your violations issued to date on 13 Lake Street.
On 13 Lakes Road, we have been unable to locate the owner since I've been working here, since '23. We constantly are having to maintain the property. Recent inspection of the property shows that all the basement windows are missing, that the structural supports holding up the basement that are visible from the windows appear to be deteriorating. One of them seems to be missing. There's raccoons and cats coming and going from the building. Just recently, as of Friday on Halloween, one of the doors on the left rear of the building were unscrewed and access to the building was able to be made. I reached out to the Public Works, and Aldo sent his crew out there to resecure the door. The soffits are falling off the building, the roof is caving in the building. Signs of collapse are visible from the unboarded windows on the inside of the structure. Chunks of siding were laying in the street as of Friday that blew off the building. Based on what I could see from the outside, and including the propane tanks, which are located in what appears to be an abandoned bathroom on the right rear corner of the property, I was able to get a couple pictures of at least the propane sitting in the windows, so we had some documentation. The building is definitely unsafe. The building should be taken down. It doesn't appear that the water is coming outside the building. It appears to be filling up the building. There is signs of mold inside the structure. So I believe it's in the safety and best interest of the village to have this building removed and taken back down to its foundation before something else happens or somebody goes in there and gets hurt. My other major concern is the fact that pieces of it are blowing off. It's just going to continue to become a public nuisance. And with the mold and everything else, I would recommend that the board consider taking this house down. And we've done everything we can to try to get a hold of the owner, including reaching out to the owner of the LLC, which is a lawyer out of another municipality, and I was told by the firm that the owner of that building is since deceased. The house keeps going up on county tax sale repeatedly year after year, and then gets bought out. The house recently even changed names from 13 Lakes Road LLC to 13 Lakes LLC. So we have
Did they do that for a reason?
I have no idea, maybe because the other corporation's bankrupted.
Okay.
We do have lawsuits against the building pending toward with the village justice, and no one has come to court to this day to answer any of the court charges, which include misdemeanors.
What, curious, you said that they keep flipping it at a tax sale or whatever, that, the county, I guess what you're saying, right?
Yeah,
So the latest or newest owner is 13 Lakes LLC.
13 Lakes LLC. They cut the road
Okay.
off.
So the attorney that you had reached out prior, or the firm you had reached out to as the representative of the owner?
Of the 13 Lakes Road LLC.
LLC. Okay, they identified,
They believe that the owner is deceased from what they know.
okay, so
And they said they're no longer involved with the property.
so they do not represent the client.
Not anymore.
So we have nothing else, and have we reached out to see if the new owners, were they contacted?
They were contacted by certified regular mail on several occasions, including the court. The mail comes back to an address out of Kairos Joel, which is from what we could see from Google pictures, it's like a 100-unit building. And we have no idea what unit the person is in. We have had the process server go out there to serve the court summonses, and nobody seems to know who the owner is. We don't even have a name, just the LLC name. We don't have an actual human name to go by.
13 Lakes LLC is what you got. Okay.
Yeah.
Counsel, do you have any resources or any idea on how to contact these people?
No, I mean, you've been contacting them through the Department of State, I assume, as well,
Yes.
for court purposes, and no one is showing up.
hmm
I just have a quick question. Are you posting these violations as well on
The-
the property?
We've been putting up notices This is the most recent one that went up, unsafe structure notice. So yes, the building has been marked. It's also been marked what they call the USAR symbols for the fire department, which is the big red X on the building so that they know not to make entry in the event if there is a fire in that building. So the building is properly and legally marked.
Okay, and was there a posting of this due process hearing on the property itself?
No, not the due process hearing, no.
And where are you at with the court? They're just not showing up and it keeps getting rescheduled, or what?
One of the cases, there's a warrant out, and I haven't seen exactly where the other case stands. I believe there's a warrant out on that one as well, because it's two separate cases.
In your memo to the board, you mentioned removing the tanks, but now by your testimony, you're saying that you want the entire structure taken
I'd
down.
like to get the tanks out, and before we commence with, I figured they go side by side with the commencement of the 200-67 tear down process.
200-67?
Yes,
So you would first take out the tanks?
I'd like to get them out, because if the building were to mysteriously catch fire, I'm concerned that if the propane is full, that the police officers and firefighters that would respond, their safety would be in jeopardy. Because the last thing you're going to think is that there's only one that I could see. I don't know what else is in that building. There's one visible.
Does the 200-67 process, does that speak about preparing the building for demolition?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it talk about doing a phase one of, whether it's oil tanks, whether it's asbestos, whether there's lead?
It just talks about having the public hearing and then adopting a resolution authorizing the tear down of the building. And I believe, speaking with the clerk, we would, from the porch process, right? Years ago, you guys took a porch down that was on this property
Yes,
that had to go out to bid, I believe.
Mhm.
yeah.
So this would be like the step one of at least I'd say 3 or 4 steps to get to that process.
So, just referring to the demolition process, assuming we get there, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, it's contained between two other buildings,
Yes.
and, protecting the adjacent property owner's property, the area, you know what I mean? It's a pretty, it's a big project.
Yes.
So, a lot of things have to go on. There has to be asbestos abatement, lead abatement.
Mhm.
There has to be phase one oil and other volatiles. There's gonna be requirements to do testing outside on the grounds for anything
Yes.
buried. And then there's also gonna be a requirement to have water, fresh water on site. There's a whole process. I won't bore you
Yes.
with all the details. But, so we have to figure out what that all is, assuming we get to that point. I don't know if
Yeah,
council.
I mean, I'm a little concerned that this is a due process hearing and the property wasn't posted or noticed, right? I understand it's an emergency. My reading of your original memo was to get the tanks out. So, and I think that given that they're in there and people are getting in there, et cetera, I do think it would be appropriate to authorize the building inspector to take the tanks out and to secure the building. Other than that, I think the next hearing, if you want to go to the next step, you're going to have to post the property
Mhm.
and do all the other mailings, et cetera, so that there's a record that the board took all those steps. And then the decision is, do you spend X to take the building down? Do you spend Y to secure it? I mean, what do you actually spend? Because what you're doing is you're cleaning up a hazard that whoever buys that property is, it's gonna go up to auction, right? So let's say you spend $100,000 to take it down, because you have to do the mold or whatever you have to do, and I don't know what it'll cost. I mean, you'd have to go out and get bids.
Yeah.
Right, and you might have to publicly bid it if it looks like it's gonna be over like 30 grand. So, let's say you do that, you grieve the property, you grieve it, right? You assess that cost to the property. it goes on their tax bill, you get reimbursed by the county, and in the county, again, it goes to foreclosure, and somebody gets a completely clean property for 30,000 or whatever it is, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. You will get your money. But I would say it really has to be a danger to do that.
We made danger.
I think that if you're gonna do that, then you're gonna have to go through the process, as you said.
Oh, sure.
I think that you'll have to post for the next public due process hearing, and then the board will decide, do you take it down? And you might wanna have some idea of what that's gonna cost.
Okay. So for this evening due process hearing, we're going to address specifically the propane tanks and the cost to remove them. Nobody from the village of Monroe is gonna remove them. You're gonna have to bring an independent contractor. Is there a way into where these are located?
I know where one of them is. It's in the right rear corner between
The first main floor,
main floor, first floor, ground, right rear.
which is accessible from the rear slider or something?
I've never been inside. There is a door back there. I would assume that would get you in. If not, there's a bathroom window that we can probably breach. That could get, with a ladder, you could breach that window and probably go in and pull that one out. Assuming that that's the only tank that's in the building.
We don't know that.
Yeah, I think he needs to get into the house, and
Yeah.
if there's more than one propane tank, or if you get into the house and there's something even more dangerous, then I think the board could authorize him to remedy not only the propane tanks, but anything else he finds in there that he considers to be really an emergency, like, the ceiling's getting ready to fall on.
The floor he's gonna be walking on.
Exactly, yeah, so,
Would it be worthwhile to have the village engineer look at the property? From a structural standpoint, since he's an engineer?
I mean, that's up to the board. You may wanna do that.
It's just a thought. I mean,
Yeah.
From a structural integrity standpoint. From what I could see, there's a lot of collapse inside that building.
Okay. So I think for tonight, though, to be able to close the due process hearing and take an action later, we need to address just the propane and what's involved in doing that. We have to get did you notice names on the propane tank?
There is a name, but it seems like
Nothing
it's
that we
like one of
know.
those vending machine type propane
What are
tanks.
they, they're just 20 pounders?
The barbecue tank.
20 pounders.
Yeah. I recall seeing two. Now, the last picture I took, I only see one. But again, the building's open. Even as of Friday, you can get right in the building. That's why I had to have the DPW come out. The screw wasn't pulled out from weather; it was backed out. So somebody's making access to that building, and somebody breached the bill code doors. It looks like it's padlocked from the street.
Any of the neighbors see anything going on there?
Aside from, she's sent a video of dozens of raccoons coming and going from the house. She hasn't seen a person that I know of.
I think we have to do a little homework. We have to get a specialist. We're not gonna touch the tanks. And then we have to see if maybe, it may be more of a hazmat, because I don't know, you got rodents you said in there. Can't be just breathing that stuff, you know? So there may be something that has to be addressed. Maybe we need to find out who those people are, Ron. Make sense?
Yeah.
I'm sure the only other step, which Prosecutor Meta recommended, possibly hiring a private investigator. I don't know if you've ever done that before.
You go in the house and do what?
Hire a private investigator, track the owner down.
Oh, well, I would thought that in New York State, they had come up with that LLC where you actually could go find them. No? Didn't they say they were gonna open up LLCs where you couldn't
Yeah, but
hide
the
behind them?
problem is they have like an address, right?
Yeah, just have the address and
Well, they always had addresses. I thought the LLCs have principals. They have the owners.
You can put, in my experience, you might have the name of an attorney. I mean, they can put anybody there for service of process purpose. Okay,
and that's how I tracked the one person down, the one lawyer down.
Okay. All right, so for tonight's purposes, for this due process hearing, I think we need to, no one from, just to make a note of this, no one from 13 Lakes LLC or any other owners have come to the meeting this evening to represent themselves on this matter. So I think at this time what we need to do is look into the removal of the tanks. That's what this is about. And then we need to find out who does that. what kind of company would do that. So we're gonna rely on you to tell us who those folks are, but for tonight, we're just gonna authorize that to be done.
So wouldn't the propane company come and get those tanks if
They
it's
may,
reliable?
I think the biggest concern that I have is
Yeah.
that when I hear, what's the floor condition, what's the joist, is
Yeah.
anything rotting? I don't want anybody falling through anything.
Yeah, that's what we would have to unboard the doors and take a look inside to see what the inside looks like. My initial thought was, if we can go through the window, just go into that one spot, and then look left, look right, we don't see anything, just call it a day. At least if there's a fire, don't have to worry about propane tanks letting go.
Well, you don't know if there's any on the second floor
Yeah, I don't know.
or in the
For
basement?
the basement,
Yeah, I don't know.
So is there basement access through a Bilco or?
There's a Bilco door on the right side of the house. The lock has been, the actual handle to the door is snapped off. It looks like there's a padlock there, but it's not doing anything.
So you can access to the basement
You
through
could
the
open it
Bilco?
right now.
Okay. All right, so we need to, involve maybe the PD, maybe the DPW to an extent, but I would think a contractor is the person to go in there and assess.
yeah. I'd be really careful. I mean, it sounds kind of dangerous,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
you need to be careful when you go in there. Don't go in alone and all of that.
Mhm.
And the court hasn't granted you emergency access of any kind.
No, it's strictly, we're just trying to address the violations, which,
I see.
yeah, that's why I included that in your packet. It's not, I can't get a hold of anybody.
All right.
That power's been cut right from the pole, Ron?
The meters have been removed. I haven't confirmed with Orange and Rockland that the actual physical pole's cut, but the meters are removed. And the gas line is locked by O&R. That was done by Jim years ago. I can call Orange and Rockland, just to confirm that the telephone pole has been cut. The wires at the pole have
Yeah,
been cut.
the service drop has been cut at the pole.
I can call them tonight and just have them put that on their list.
Because I'm looking at the meter pan here with the 3 meters and the wires and stuff hanging, and some of it's phone and stuff, but that doesn't, I hope it's cut at the pole.
I'll confirm that tonight.
So, I think that, I think the court can order that the LLC be breached, but not yet. I don't think that new law is in effect yet. So unfortunately, that's gonna be a problem until that new law is in effect. And then only, we can't see it.
Yeah.
Right?
I've looked on Department of State, and
Yeah,
it's
it's not,
still,
it's not there yet,
yeah,
and it won't be there yet.
yeah.
Okay, so, I don't know, if it's important and you need a private investigator, I don't know how they're gonna find the person.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't.
Well, that could be another day. We can get into that. Let's close the hearing, and then,
I need a motion to close.
so if anybody has any
Berenger will
further
make the
for Ron?
motion. Oh, sorry.
No.
John? Okay,
Berenger will make the motion, and we
Second.
close it.
Ferraro, second.
call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, I.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Okay. I think that's it, Ron. I'll let you know what next steps are. Next order of business, approval of meeting minutes, as submitted by the village clerk. I need a motion to accept them for the October 21st meeting.
Carl will make that motion.
Second,
O'Connor will second.
call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, I.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, so carried. We did the detective, by the way, sorry about that,
Oh, okay.
completion of probation, Tina Tripoli, trustee O'Connor.
Be resolved, the following employee hereby completes their probationary period. Tina Tripoli, clerk to the village justice, effective November 7th, 2025. The necessary MSD 426B will be submitted to the Orange County Department of Human Resources. I'd like to put that in the form of a motion.
Second, please.
Carl will second.
Discussion? Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Okay, next order of business, certification of unpaid village taxes. Resolved, the Board of Trustees is authorized to sign and certify the unpaid village tax return upon verification by the treasurer Felice that the tax amount unpaid is $290,593.11. It is further resolved that upon verification and certification, a document is to be submitted to the Orange County Department of Finance by November 15, 2025. I need a motion to resolve to authorize this.
O'Connor will make the motion.
Berenger will second.
Call the question or
Berenger,
discussion?
aye.
No, I'm just $290,000 in back taxes.
Last year, I think it was 400. Okay. Okay, we have first and second. Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Thank you. Next order of business, offices to be filled at the March 18, 2026 election. Resolve the Board of Trustees designate the following offices to be filled pursuant to Section 104-104 Subdivision 3A of the election law at the village election to be held on March 18, 2026, located at 7 Stage Road. Mayor position, 1 position, 4-year term. Trustee, 2 positions, 4-year terms each. I need a motion to accept this resolution.
Ferraro, make the motion.
Second,
Carl will second.
call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Next order of business, the complimentary holiday parking in the Mead Central Business District. Resolved, the Board of Trustees declares complimentary holiday parking from December 1, 2025 to January 2, 2026 in the Central Business District of the village. I need a motion to accept this resolution.
Ferraro, make the motion for discussion.
Berenger
Second?
will second.
Go ahead.
Last year, if you remember, people got confused because in the old days, when they were regular individual meters, we used to put a bag over it.
Yeah.
These were just put into a standby mode. So is there a way that we could maybe cover them? And Trustee Berenger mentioned, maybe a holiday bag with, wrapped with a.
Like a present.
Present or something.
Yeah, there actually is, and it's for that product. I think last year
Yeah.
we had,
I thought they had it.
maybe they do, maybe they do. It's a bag, square bag, and it goes over the whole unit. It's
Mhm.
made for it.
Yeah,
nice.
that's exactly it.
But-
You thought about
I thought they had it.
No,
They may
they
have.
didn't use it last year. I clearly remember that.
Does it look pretty?
I think it's just red.
Okay, okay, well,
Green.
red might stand out.
Yeah. Maybe we could,
Okay.
The
put
twinkle
some
lights.
Happy holidays.
Like battery powered, or actually, it's got a
Okay.
solar cell. Okay.
All right, so
That's it.
Kim, you just make a note of that, I
Yep,
just
I
want to
did.
verify they have, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so we had a first and second, call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you.
Let's just hope that the local merchants in the town leave the parking for the customers.
Right,
And again, I think we need to keep an eye on it, because when we're doing all the renovations, when we're allowing free parking in the street, there's all the tenants
Yep.
living in the apartments above, so,
well, I think that message is getting out. I think you've had that conversation with a few people, God knows I've had, with people coming in and asking and whatnot, so I hope the message is getting delivered. The next order is discussion on garbage pails in residential areas.
Mhm.
So, we've had, over time, many people come to us and say, why do people have to keep their garbage pails in the street and in the driveway and blah, blah, blah. So I asked Kim to go out and search the vast lands of local
It was
government.
actually Emily.
Emily.
did it.
Oh, Emily did it? That's
Mhm.
nice. Thank you, Emily. And to see what other laws are on the books.
Mhm.
So I think the one that aligned mostly with us was in Harriman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One?
And
Is that the one we're kind of looking?
Yeah.
Michael Coleman, Hudson's
Just
pretty,
pass it down to him.
pretty,
Is that this one right here? Okay.
garbage pail out to the night before, garbage pickup.
I think the biggest trouble I have here, you know,
Bless you.
bless you,
Excuse me.
is that, so for me, from my personal experience, so I have to put it out at 6:10. The bear knows to come at 6.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Right,
And if I put it at 6:30, sometimes I miss the garbage truck.
right.
6:10. So if I put it out overnight, it's a roll of the dice. But if I'm here, which I didn't go home tonight, I went straight from here to come to this meeting,
Right.
I'm out over 12 hours, let's say. So is there a window of time that we would like to see these tails brought
Well,
back
I
in the
just
house?
kind of feel
We have
like,
commuters.
right, I feel like if I put out my garbage for today, when I get home at night, I would think before 10 o'clock or something. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's just kind of common sense that when you come home from work, somebody is putting it away, not leaving it overnight. And I will say with the bear, they do sell bear-proof garbage cans. They're a little expensive, but the bear can't get in them. You have to use your thumb. Yeah, it's called, I
And
know
he doesn't have a thumb.
I know there's one called Barracuda, but I know they do sell them, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Write it back.
I've not met a garbage can yet that the.
But I will tell you, I know someone that had it, the bear got very angry and threw the garbage can.
Really?
Well, the only thing I could see, it's tough to put a time on, because
Yeah.
in, previous to some of the changes that have been made, you knew exactly when they were gonna come for the trash, you knew when they were coming for the recycle, you even knew when the mail was going to be delivered.
Right.
Now it could be at any time, middle of the night. So, you know, at least what we have to give them 12 hours is even, I think, not long enough. Within a 24-hour period should be more than cover it.
Okay.
So it's not out there.
Because if,
Forever.
right, if you're putting out the garbage for Monday, it shouldn't really be there Tuesday morning.
No,
Right.
no, it's
No.
a 24-hour period.
But there are people that leave them just sitting at the side of the road.
We know.
Well, yeah, that's,
Well, you could
Numerous.
start with your garbage pail on the property side of the curb. And I brought this up now 3 times to this board, and we did send a letter to the town as the administrator to the garbage district. The garbage leaves them in the street. So where have we gotten with that? Nowhere.
Well, also, where should the residents put them? Because there's also residents that stick them right on the sidewalk where the people are walking.
Well, that's a problem too. I watched the mail truck in my development come down and literally push the garbage pails away from the mailbox because they never move them.
Right.
They're there 7 days a
Right.
week. So the mail truck just pushes them forward, and then they wind up back there, and you just watch. It's just a cat and dog show. It's, you know, if you don't have respect for your property and for your neighbors, it's becoming a big problem.
Well, this would be a start, maybe.
Well,
At least it's
a
step
start
in-
is to get the garbage interstate to not leave garbage pails in the street. They come through my development 7 o'clock in the morning, 6:30, 7 o'clock usually, and then here comes Ray with the street sweeper, in and out, because the garbage pails are in the street.
well, yeah, and I've seen it, more so with cars, actually. But frankly, Ray should be cleaning the village streets on days that you're not picking up garbage.
Well,
Well, you got
yeah,
3 days a week, you got garbage pails out there.
yeah,
So you're not gonna get all the streets done.
Yeah.
right. I
They
don't
shouldn't
know.
be in the streets when the garbage, they should place them on the property.
Oh, you think because of recycling as the third day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got 3 days a week, you got garbage pails.
And we're
out there.
lucky that we get the two. Some towns get one pickup. I'm glad we get
So
them.
why don't we draft another letter this time? Let's try a little stronger one. Let's draft a letter to IWS, to Supervisor Cardone, and to the board, town board, related to the placement of the pails upon pickup. Asking for their support.
And the same, what, you know, Debbie alluded to is placing them on the sidewalks. I mean, and again, sound like a broken record, I brought it up in the past, you've got toys, you've got strollers, choking up the sidewalks, but yet we tell the people you gotta keep your sidewalks clean in the wintertime so people can walk on them, but yet we've got just everything our children own on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
And they're walking in the streets when we have sidewalks on both sides of the street.
I do know somebody that was walking in our neighborhood on the sidewalk and got yelled at by owners of a house because they moved the garbage can to walk on the sidewalk and the owners yelled, "Don't touch my garbage cans." So you're trying to do the right thing by walking in the sidewalk,
Yeah.
and
No, it's,
you wind up just going on the other side of the road or walking in the street, which you don't want to have to do.
So you're suggesting,
I just think it's kind of common sense that people don't put a garbage can on a sidewalk. I get it, you don't want it in the road either, but
Mr. Rogers, he passed away, right? He's
Yeah.
gone?
He died.
Fred?
Fred, yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking maybe an appeal from Fred. Would really be helpful. I'm gonna do it. Let's get the photos.
We'll make a video, make a song.
well, it's no different. When I came up Stage Road this morning, right down here,
Right,
at Smithfield Court, there's a pile of leaves 5 foot high on the sidewalk.
Yep.
Why?
So here's the challenge there. We tell them, don't put it in the road, and we tell them, don't put it in the sidewalk, and you have the snow throw area that's this big. I know the house you're talking about. You got those kind of leaves and that kind of property, you're gonna get them.
There's no-
But for
no-
years,
it's-
everybody put it in the road.
It's the sidewalk curb.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm
Over
thinking of the
here,
wrong
it's right,
house.
Yeah.
it's about 3 houses up from yours.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, listen,
Now, again, but the garbage pails are a big problem, and, you know, if we only swept the streets on the days that we didn't have any kind of pickup, then we don't be doing that 2 days a week, and you wouldn't get all your streets swept.
right. I get it.
I don't know what the answer is then.
Well, I just think it's more public, education, which
Educate.
I'm happy to do. Kim, we can do something, we can do another letter to the town, garbage folks, asking for some help on that end. And we'll do a little video, a little public service announcement. You know, I'll wear something very festive.
Or you could dress up as a garbage can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
garbage can.
I could come right out of a pail,
Like Oscar,
Like Oscar.
like Oscar the Grouch.
like Sesame Street.
From Bex and get your pail at Bex.
All right, so
Yeah.
are we all on point with addressing this as a 24-hour thing? Because, I mean, this has to be, I think, council, if we decide that this was what this has to be, we're gonna formulate a local law, right?
Yeah, you would have to modify your local law if you want to put like a specific time frame.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and then.
And further discussion about where it goes.
And then you could violate it. You could
Okay.
violate people.
Especially if it's the same. if it's
If
a
you do
pattern.
24 hours, I mean, I get what everybody's saying, but you get Monday, and then you got 24 hours from the time you pick your garbage up to pick your pail up, and that's Tuesday night. Now, Tuesday night, you're putting your recyclable pail out.
No, Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning.
Yeah, right.
So, no, it's Monday, then Tuesday
Well,
morning.
some people don't get their garbage picked up till 3, 4 in the afternoon.
No, but I think
Mine
we would
comes
say it's
early.
Tuesday morning.
Mine comes late.
So that wouldn't be 24 hours.
Well, then you feel
24
like
hours from when you put
some
it
people
out.
should just be neighborly and help their neighbors out.
Yeah.
I
So
did.
in my case, it would be if I put it out at
Who
6:10.
determines what time you put it out?
Right.
Just Monday. If
When did the
garbage
bear
is picked
hibernate?
up, It has to be cleared by,
When did the bear go to sleep?
Well,
The tree falls down in the wood, does it make noise?
Yes.
last week,
It does.
It does.
I opened my back door and we have a garbage can right at
Yeah.
the back door. And there he was.
Yeah,
Turned it over and was,
yeah.
Inside of it.
and so I'm yelling at him like, I mean, I chased him off, but I'm thinking, man.
Yeah.
And I put my cat litter and stuff, I think, on that.
Oh, yeah, to keep them.
That'll keep him
I
away.
put the dirty
No.
dog bags, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
He was like, okay, I'm not gonna eat that, but I'm gonna get you the other stuff in there. It's a real problem.
yeah.
And then again, you know, the pails are, if they're in the street, then you got snow removal operations. And now you got garbage pails in the street and they're trying to plow the roads.
Well, and I think the other problem is there's also residents that have 5 garbage cans.
Thank you, Elise.
But you see, I remember the meeting that we attended way back when, at Town Hall. It was decided that only 2 trash cans per private home.
Mhm.
They didn't limit the size of the can, so it could have been the largest, but it still was limited to 2. So they don't agree to that anymore either.
No, I see like 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've talked about this, I know John and I have. I would like to see us on our own. two things that I'd like to see is, and we almost had it, if you remember at that meeting,
Yeah.
the former owner, he was agreeable to giving two 95-gallon totes,
To everyone.
same color, with this, I asked him for the identification, Village of Monroe or whatever, and that's all that gets picked up because you're a residential home, and that's what you're permitted. You put a third pail out, okay, maybe a holiday, but if you are now no longer the exception but the rule, you are no longer in that genre, you have to pay more.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was complaining
Sounds
about
right.
the tipping fees at the landfill.
Yeah,
And it's
sure.
because the properties are
Mhm.
now housing much larger groups of folks. And he was agreeable to that. He wanted an extension of the contract, which I wasn't prepared to, obviously, it's not under our purview at the time. But I think that's the way to go. And I think if everybody sees the same type of pail, in the same fashion, if it's a bag, it's not getting picked up. It cannot be put out at the curb. I think if you set the table correctly, and I think we could do that.
It's gonna be, you got a lot of bad habits that went on for a lot of years, and
I know.
when somebody fills that 90-gallon pail up and they put one bag next to it, it's not getting picked up.
Yeah, but have you
Yeah.
guys seen the truck? The truck has a thing. If you have the right pail, it takes it, it
Yeah.
lifts it, it takes the lid up, and it dumps it in. But if
Yeah.
you have a round pail,
Really?
they have to dump
Nobody-
it. I
Yeah.
saw them on my street.
I didn't know we still had it, only because I feel like that takes so much longer to
It's
do.
actually in the, what do you call it? No, but
It's
it's safer
quick.
for them, it's healthier.
Yeah.
It isn't, it's
So you
quick.
ever see those 95-gallon totes
Yeah.
midway up on this side, it's got like a hook
Yeah,
on the
I
pail.
feel like Warwick has it,
Takes
it's
up,
like a
it takes
pink
it,
one,
dumps it in,
yeah.
and then brings
It's
it back
very
down.
cool.
So that's what,
Town of Chester.
that's what you're hoping
The
to go
town of
for?
Chester Garbage District, I've been doing that on
Waste,
my,
right?
no, it's interstate.
Oh, is it?
It's interstate up
Oh.
there, yeah, take a big green ones.
Yeah,
They, yeah, I mean, I've been dealing with it, you know, with my uncle's estate. He gets a large blue one for recyclables, and those little green open things that we got, they're, you know, they were great back in the 80s.
yeah, that'll really work.
Oh, they
It's
don't-
time to,
they don't
you
hold
gotta
it.
get, you gotta get something that's enclosed, because the wind blows them and down the street they go, and
Yeah.
that might, I don't know, it might help with some of our cardboard boxes that are blowing around in the
Well,
development.
it's too bad they couldn't make a little deal, say with Bex, to have one of those kind of things that, you know, where you're supporting local, but the garbage can would work in that
Right.
arm, or whatever we're calling it, yeah.
All right, so
All right.
do you wanna move ahead with this?
Yeah, I think we need to move ahead with something, and
So we'll have to set up a public,
I look at, have you seen the Harriman version of this?
No, but I can.
John just mentioned Cornwall on the Hudson, so if you want to
Look
look
at
at a copy.
Cornwall
of it.
on
Yeah.
Hudson's
And you-
too,
so
they
you-
have it.
So you want me to just look at
They have
this
times
point,
your
or do
garbage
you want me
can-
to draft
draft.
something with what, a 24-hour window?
Yes, I don't think we want to
Harriman
reinvent
had a
anything.
good one. A pretty good start.
Okay,
And you know, if we needed to buy our own, we know somebody who sells garbage trucks.
yeah, right.
Mm.
Okay, next order of business, trustee Carl, payment authorization for Van Kuren Busta.
Yep. Resolve the Board of Trustees accept the recommendation of Village Engineer David Higgins, P.E., and approves payment number 3 submitted by TAM Enterprise Incorporated for the Van Kuren Booster Pump Station Project, electric construction in the amount of $10,610.93 to be allocated from budget line F8340.4500, distribution contractual. All documentation has been reviewed and found complete. Mayor Dwyer is hereby authorized to sign the voucher, and I'll put that in form of a motion.
Second, please.
O'Connor will second.
Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
All right,
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Kim, just to verify, at the last meeting, we did a verification. That was the second payment on the construction?
Construction,
Yep.
right? This is the electric, that was construction. The other one was was it construction? Is that what it's
So
called?
this is
Construction
our-
and elec, there's two different sections. Mhm.
Okay, next order of business is the permission to attend NICOM webinars, ZBA members. Trustee O'Connor?
Resolve the Board of Trustees approves the attendance of the ZBA members and the ZBA secretary. This webinar is being hosted by New York Conference of Mayors, and the dates listed, November 20th, gaining access, understanding laws regarding accessing private property. December 4th, what does it all mean, an overview of the process for defining what local zoning terms
Is
mean.
that defining?
No, it's not. It was divine. I had to look it up again, too.
December 11th, understanding and dealing with the special land use laws governing religious and educational properties. And December 18th, signs everywhere are signs. Cost of the webinar registrations are to be allocated from budget line A 80104720 zoning education and amount not to exceed $520. I'd like to put that in the form of a motion.
Second, please.
Berenger will second.
Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I,
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Next order of business, Department of Public Works surplus, Auctions International. Whereas the state law requires equipment no longer needed by a municipality be sold at fair market value after declaring it surplus and no longer needed. Now therefore be it resolved, the Board of Trustees accepts the recommendation of Working Leader Chiappetta and declares the following equipment surplus to the needs of the village and authorize it to be auctioned through Auctions International to the highest bidder. Equipment to be auctioned is as follows. 2012 F-350 Crew Cab, VIN 1FT 8W3 B69 CEB 512, mileage 103,804. 2008 F-150 VIN 1FT RF 14W18KE 23809, mileage 108,497. A steel chainsaw 200T, old jumping jack, old plate compactor, Ryobi power washer, 2 Koshin trash pumps was replaced, water department, old snow blower, Toro Max 826LE, water department. I need a motion to accept these surplus items and put them in place for auction.
Carl will make that motion.
Second,
O'Connor will second.
call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I,
O'Connor, aye.
Thank you. Okay, next order is the discussion of Village Monroe signs. Trustee Ferraro, I think, kind of
Yes.
into this a bit, right?
Yes, so trying to bring back the original signs that were here, that were made during the 1994 anniversary of Monroe. And they've pretty much failed. The original wooden signs have taken a beating and were removed. So what we've done is the company that's engraving our pickets tells us that they can duplicate it, or the original sign, using high-density foam. On the outer areas, I've included work that he's done in the past in your folders, and you can see the very vibrant colors that they've used, especially the very first one that's blue and mountainous and stuff. So it really shows how well they can do it. Now that is not foam, that is aluminum plate, and it's painted with using automobile paint. So it will last forever. And then the entire sign is sealed with a coating, the same automobile coating that is used for the sealant on a car. And of course, the only difference from, if you look at the very last picture, that's the original sign. You can see the shape that it's in.
Right.
The ribbon would go in there, of course. The only thing that changes from the original picture, instead of saying 1894 to 1994, it'll have established the ST on the left and 1894 on the right. That's the only difference from the original sign that'll be made. Otherwise, it's a 4 to 6 week lead time. Each sign is $2,000 with 50% down, so it'd be $2,000 down, $2,000 on completion.
How would they fold the aluminum for the ribbon?
No. This is high density foam.
Oh,
The
okay.
ribbon is high density foam.
Okay.
He plans to make it out of one solid sheet. It won't be added.
Okay.
The ribbon won't be added. It's one solid sheet that he'll carve it all out of.
Oh,
The sheet itself is 1.5 to 2 inches thick.
so the ribbon cut to make it look like a ribbon is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we
And the
have
Village
two
of Mon-
signs?
I'm sorry.
Two signs.
Okay.
And the Village of Monroe, how is that? Is this actually CNC?
Yes, exactly.
And then he colors it?
And then it's all painted, yes.
Got it.
That's hand painted in.
But this here is aluminum.
No, the outside is the foam. The inner side section with all the colors, that's aluminum,
Got it.
and that'll be painted.
And the colors will be based on
Exactly those colors he
colors.
said.
Got it.
Yeah.
The picture that the village clerks I used, what he said is good enough. He can clean it up a little bit, but it's clear enough and sharp enough to act as the template for the painting.
Andy, did he say if he could give us a template or give us a sample of what that looks like with his math or his machines? Not the actual picture, but can he make a rendering, a PDF or anything that, I mean, I know it's gonna look like that.
It's going to look like that. That's why I asked him for something that he's done in the past that will show
So
approximately.
we want it to have like that rustic look, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
Well,
where,
a lot of the old painting, it's not rustic, it's just beat up.
Yeah, no, I know, but I just, well, maybe it's
I'll-
also because I'm comparing it to a modern,
Yeah.
pizza with a deer.
but where this sign here is just monolithic, it's one plane, this is gonna have depth in it, I think,
Painting depth,
right?
yes.
Well, I'm excited because I've kind of missed those signs, and I'm
Yeah,
sure it'll look.
yeah. So, I know
Nice.
where one goes, we originally had 3, there was one, I think, over by the
The parking,
garage. By the
Parking lot.
parking lot.
Yeah,
So we won't do that one, it's just the one.
I would wait until that bus thing is done, and then
Yeah.
that would go in there,
Where, by the commuter parking lot?
yeah.
That one's still there, isn't it?
No, it was
No,
taken down.
all 3 of them are at.
So it would really be kind of by
Maybe
the
done by
airplane, right?
$20
And
or
then
then-
kind of
yeah.
by the airplane,
No,
by that,
the center,
and right here?
the center of the village on 17M and Lakes, right
Yeah,
by the fire where
Right.
it originally was.
that's one.
Yeah, that's one.
And the
And the
second
second
one.
one would be the commuter parking lot when the bus
Oh,
stop is
okay.
built.
I was thinking up by the
Yes.
airplane where you make the
And there
turn.
is one,
Yeah.
that's what
Okay.
these two would do, right?
Well,
One up by airplane,
yeah,
and
and
the
then-
one down by the mayor's monument.
And once this is in his computer, he can just knock them out at
Yeah.
any time.
Okay. Now, who does the, well, it doesn't matter who does the metal work, but somebody does the metal work.
Yes.
Okay. All right,
So that's the information.
Yeah, I'm interested.
how is the board?
No, I think it's long overdue.
Okay, so, would you read the
Want me to read
resolution?
it?
Yep.
Okay. I will read it. Resolved, the Board of Trustees authorizes the purchase of 2 Village of Monroe signs made using HDU, high-density urethane, top-quality material for outdoor signs from rshapes.com. The dimensions of the sign are 66 by 33 oval and a 71-inch wide ribbon. The thickness is 1.5 inches at the oval and 2.5 inches at the ribbon. The lead time is 4 to 6 weeks. The cost per sign is $2,000, totaling $4,000, with a 50% deposit due at order and 50% at sign delivery, to be allocated from budget line A 7110.2010 Parks and Crane Parks Improvement. And I'll put that in the form of a motion.
Second,
Carl will second that.
call the question?
Berenger, aye.
For ROI?
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you.
And again, just to recap this, we take in the monies when we do the carnival. That goes into that goes into that
One of the
same,
movements, yes, sir.
okay, so that, I mean, theoretically, the monies from the carnival could be paying for this. So it's not,
Absolutely.
the
Yeah, any
taxpayer expense.
improvements, even the flock that we've been using
Yeah.
for the geese, all of that counts, yes. Thank you. Okay, next order of business, trustee O'Connor, Tri-County NISBOC training for the building department.
Be resolved, the Board of Trustees approves the attendance of Edelyn Perez to the Tri-County NYS BOC training class, to be held November 11th through November 14th, 2025, at the Best Western located at 503 Washington Ave, Kingston, New York. The total cost of this training is $450, including meals, and will be allocated from budget line A 3620-4720, Building Department Education. A village vehicle will be utilized for transportation to the training daily. And I'd like to put that in the form of a motion.
Can I get a second, please?
Berenger will second.
Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Excuse me.
For ROI?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a little confused because last month we approved for one.
Brian, this is Edlene.
Now, he's not staying over, is it?
Nobody is.
Nobody
Nobody's
is.
staying over.
It's a daily, that's why she's taking the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're taking 2 separate
They're
cars?
gonna go together.
into-
They're all
they're all-
together.
Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah,
all right, now I'm unconfused.
I'm sorry. Okay. All right, so we had a first and a second. Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
For ROI?
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Okay, next order of business is DPW request to purchase equipment trailer. Aldo Chiappetta, DPW working leader, received estimates for an equipment trailer in the amount of $8,266 from Paul Cangelosi Trailer Sales, Montgomery, New York, and $6,895 from Roxbury Trailer Sales, Kenville, New Jersey. Resolved, the Board of Trustees approves the purchase of a new equipment trailer, 70 by 20. Not sure what that means, but 70 by 20, short track from Roxbury Trailer Sales, Kenville, New Jersey, for the Department of Public Works to be allocated from budget line A 5110, 2500, street maintenance, other equipment. I need a motion to accept this purchase request.
Ferraro make the motion.
Second?
Carl is second, it's 7 by 18,
Yeah,
what I'm reading here.
this is what I was given originally, so like 7 by 18 I'll put.
7 by 18.
Okay.
7,
Yeah, well,
okay.
I have something else on another paper, it's all right.
Okay, well, it's 18 foot long and 7 foot
Yeah,
wide.
we're good.
Now it kind of makes sense. Okay, you have anything else? No.
No, no, that's it.
Okay, I have a first and a second.
We have a first. Did you get a
Second?
I
I'll
thought
second.
Carl second.
I'll
I
second.
did, yep.
Yeah.
Who's
Okay,
the
call it-
first?
Ferraro.
And John was second. Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Next order is the DPW request to purchase Fisher snowplow. Aldo Chiappetta, DPW working leader, received estimates for a Fisher snowplow in the amount of $7,795 from Automotive Audio LTD, Newburgh, New York, and $7,600 from Rockland Truck Equipment, Haverstraw, New York. Resolved, the Board of Trustees approves the purchase of a new Fisher snowplow from Rockland Truck Equipment, Haverstraw, New York, to the Department of Public Works to be allocated from budget line A 5142.2400, snow removal equipment. I need a motion to accept this request.
O'Connor will make the motion.
Second,
Berenger will second.
discussion?
No, it's just a blade only, they're not buying the frame or just the snowplow itself.
Yeah, they have everything else, yep. Okay,
Ready.
call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried,
Here
thank
comes
you.
my favorite.
Okay, next order of business, DPW and Water Department request to purchase jumping jack whacker and plate tamper. Resolved, the Board of Trustees approves the purchase of a jumping jack whacker BS 68 in the amount of $3,095 and a plate compactor whacker 1550AW in the amount of $1,995 from Marshall Machinery, Middletown, New York, to be utilized in the Department of Public Works and Water Departments. The total cost of these purchases of $5,090 will be split between budget lines A 5110.2500, street maintenance, other equipment, and F 8340.2500, distribution, other equipment. I need a motion to accept this resolution to purchase these
Ferraro
products.
make the motion.
Carl was second.
Discussion? Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Next order of business is violation of Monroe Board of Trustees resolution concerning the violation of property maintenance, 13 Lakes Road. A due process hearing being held before the Board of Trustees was held on November 3rd, 2025, regarding the violation from the Village Monroe Code Enforcement Officer for the immediate remedy of an unsafe condition at the premises located at 13 Lakes Road, Village of Monroe, New York, known as the property. The board received a memorandum from Ron Svercek, Code Enforcement Officer, dated October 30, 2025, regarding the violations issued to said property and heard testimony from the CEO, Svercek, as to the unsafe conditions, specifically the storage of propane tanks inside the building located on the property, which, in the CEO's expert opinion, constitute an imminent danger among other hazards. The property owner was notified of the hearing on November,
No, we have to strike that because he wasn't.
no,
So it should just say,
I tell you the truth,
Just,
I'm gonna, can I be straight up with you? Okay,
just,
we're just gonna table this whole thing, okay?
well,
Just table it, because this thing is just fraught with stuff. We had the earlier testimony that didn't have certain things posted correctly. Now we have a notification date, which is today, which is not correct. There's just too many issues. I'm not comfortable. I don't know about the board, but I'm not.
What do you think?
well,
Pull out tanks, it's not worth it. Wait till the 18th. That's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
Can we,
my concern
Part of it.
was, I just heard about this, right? So, like Friday.
So more the reason.
Well, I mean, but then Rob Rametta basically said, and I agree with him, if it's a dangerous situation, you can authorize him to take the tanks out and then notify the owner later. I think you could do that tonight. We just have to revise the resolution to say that you heard the testimony, you've determined that the tanks represent an imminent danger, and you authorize the building inspector to enter the building, remove the tanks, to enter the building and remove the tanks, any tank that he finds, and to remedy any other immediate danger. Like if he finds something else there that he doesn't know because he hasn't been in the building. But no, nothing, and then to notify the owner that that was done. And then you would, so that would be tonight's resolution.
And the posting on the building.
Well, to notify that this has been done, I would post it on that building. And then the next due process hearing, at the next meeting, it has to be noticed. It has to be noticed on the building.
Okay,
Anything else they can do. I mean,
okay. All right, let me do it. So we did the first paragraph, right? We're good with the first paragraph?
right. And,
And now I'll do the second
There-
paragraph.
I would just, yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Having heard the testimony of our CEO, Ron Spurcheck, the Board of Trustees has authorized the code enforcement officer to enter into the building and to remove the propane tanks and any other items that may show and cause to be of imminent danger to the public safety of both first responders and the public.
And then I would also include that third paragraph, therefore be
Yeah.
resolved, based on all of those.
Therefore, be resolved that pursuant to the authority vested in the Village of Monroe, PMC NYS NY 108.1-108.2, PMC NYS 103.2-103.2.1, and the Village Code 200-67. The Board of Trustees hereby authorize the code enforcement officer to take the following actions,
Which you've already
which I already
stated.
stated. Okay, I need a motion to adopt this resolution and the purpose of it.
Carl will make the motion.
O'Connor, second.
Further discussion? Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, thank you. Next order of business, event application, Village of Monroe Winter Festival 2025. Resolved, the Board of Trustees approves the event application submitted by Mayor Dwyer to hold the 2025 Winter Festival, an outdoor community gathering with music, tevies, sleigh rides, Santa and Mrs. Claus. The event will be held on Sunday, November 30th, 2025, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Lake Street between the ponds. Approval and sign-off has been done by the DPW, building departments, and the police department. The village's insurance carrier, Marshall and Sterling, will be notified. I need a motion to accept this application and authorize the event.
Berenger make the motion?
Second?
Ferraro, second.
All right, we're doing the lighting too, right? We'll have the lighting on.
Home McGilla,
Yeah.
Yeah.
rip the
So we
Band-Aid
probably
off.
want to put that on the,
You know what this kind of reminds me of too?
what?
What was the movie, Miracle on 34th Street? Remember when the lawyer was trying to prove there was a real Santa Claus?
Yeah.
He went and got the mail?
Yeah.
So we just read a resolution tonight that said Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus will be there.
Yeah.
That is the true and real Mr. and
There
Mrs.
you
Santa
go.
Claus, isn't it?
The real
Yes.
ones will be there.
There you go, public.
And they're not helicoptering in.
That's right.
They just show
They're
up.
arriving by police
police
agency.
car.
Yeah.
Okay, so first and second, call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Thank you very much. Okay, Kim, do I have anything?
There's nothing right now.
Okay. Trustee
Oh,
Berenger?
Veterans Day, there's going to be
Oh, yes.
that'll be on the 11th. You're going to be going to the memorial.
Mhm.
So Veterans Day, November 11th.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, yep. We have our Veterans Day event, which includes honoring all our veterans, beginning at the 488 on Lakes Road. So everybody's welcome to attend. I know the veterans really appreciate the support, and we as Americans should take part. So,
Yeah, I want to talk about the veterans too, now that you brought it up. I think it's just so important to always honor our veterans, and I know in my school I've been having the students make cards for them, and I've been noticing a lot of veterans out and about, you know, in the stores and the restaurants. When you see them, thank them, but maybe that could be a little project at home, is make a couple of cards and you can always drop them off at the American Legion. You wouldn't believe how much it brightens someone's day when they get a nice little card thanking them for their service. I have a student, actually, we're making one for his brother who just graduated high school and is in the military. So I said that veterans come in all ages, everything. Also, I wanted to just say that there was a wonderful fall festival at Smith Clove Park on Saturday. Can't remember my days anymore.
it was a great time.
It was awesome just to see everybody coming together. There were food trucks. There was Apex Brewery was there. There was a chili cook-off, pie eating contest, music. It was just fun to just be out and about with everyone from the community.
Yeah, I mean, you were a judge, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so was Trustee Carl and myself. It was a lot of fun. It was a great thing that they put on over there. I took home a pie, which I ate by 6 o'clock. It was very good, and thank you for Smith Clove Park's work on that. That was great. Trustee Ferraro?
A couple of things. One, I missed this at our last meeting. I want to thank the Girl Scouts for decorating the
Oh, good
downtown
job.
business district. It was a fantastic job. The mayor and I took a picture with our new hire between us.
Griffin.
Yes, is that
His name, Griffin.
perfect? So again, thank you very much for the time that you donated and dedicated to that. On another item, the pickets at Airplane Park. We've installed quite a few up until now. The next batch is another 30 is on its way in. But there are 30 orders that have been placed but haven't been paid for. And this has been going on now for several months. And we've been sending out emails trying to get them in so that they could pay for them and we could put them in. But we can't keep holding those pickets for them. So we have to put a timeline on it that by December 1st, if you haven't come in and paid in person and or via check, mail-in check, we have to take your name off the list and put the pickets back up for sale. So hopefully you don't lose that picket. It'll be there forever for generations to come, and it'd be a shame to miss that. And then one of the only other things, tomorrow, please vote. It's very important that every American do their duty and vote. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Trustee Carl?
Yeah, just a couple quick things. The DPW's out picking leaves up, and they've been in my development probably 4 or 5 times now. So the main thing is rake the leaves to the edge of your property. Don't put them in the street, because if we get heavy rains, they wind up in the ditches, they wind up in the catch basins. And please don't commingle brush and whatnot with them, because it just makes the job that much more difficult and slows it down. And these guys really buzz along.
Yeah.
And also just reminder on the no parking during the winter months. We're here November 1st through April 1st from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
True, thank you. Yeah, well, a couple of folks had asked about that. Why can't they park on the street? You can't know the weather. So, and you can't know the time of day, and you can't know the day of the week. So the best thing is a uniform timeline where everybody that's, in bed, sleeping, and the car's in the street, oh my gosh, the chaos we have. And we had some times last year where one of our DPW workers pulled up behind 4 cars and actually had to go to the house and ask them to move the car. And that just makes it hazardous for the DPW and for the cars and for the public. So that's the reason. It's been going on probably since I was born.
Forever.
Yeah.
Have we sent a reminder so somebody can
Yes.
maybe? Okay, good. So nobody can say I didn't know about it.
That's George.
Yes. Oh, okay. Hi.
You okay?
Yeah, he's doing the
He was going like
Okay,
this.
so
I
we
took him
know.
back.
So we know because I saw someone suggesting parking on the lawn, and I know that's
Yeah,
not.
that's no
allowed.
bueno. Okay, very good. Trustee O'Connor?
Just a great Halloween. The kids were so courteous
Yeah.
and nice, very cute. We had a good time with
Good.
with the kids.
That's awesome.
We had, we had 7 kids.
We had fun.
Okay,
It was a cold night, but
Yeah.
council, do you have anything
I have a quick,
for executive?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay,
for
and
litigation.
anyone from the public wish to speak? Okay, that's a no, I take it? Okay. So, having said that, I need a motion to go into executive for attorney-client and personnel.
Berenger will make the motion.
Second,
O'Connor will second.
call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl,
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. George, yes? The George?
Yeah.
George.
I'm sorry, George. I'm gonna ask a big favor of you. Would you mind sitting? Yes, thank you.